a year ago. Pittsburgh does say the door is open to have Rodgers back if go. Pittsburgh does say the door is open to have Rodgers back. If not, how about someplace like Minnesota?
I think it's certainly going to be on the table. The idea that Aaron Rodgers is the same kind of dominant personality that he was last year seems a little different. But I'd hesitate. I'd warn Aaron Rodgers about assuming that the situation is going to be better. It felt as if he got comfortable with the Steelers, and I know the coaching change might have an impact on how comfortable Aaron Rodgers is, but he does have a history with McCarthy. I'm not sure that I love the idea of Aaron Rodgers going in and trying to adapt to a new offense. He's not going to get more comfortable taking hits this season, so the expectation is going to be high wherever he is, and I think it's possible that if he goes to Minnesota, the Vikings might be disappointed in the quarterback that they receive.
If you're Rodgers, you're going to Pittsburgh or
Minnesota, hands down. I think it's a way better situation than he had in Pittsburgh because of the players that are surrounding him in Minnesota. Justin Jefferson, in my opinion, is still the best wide receiver in the National Football League. You have T.J. Hockenson as a tight end, and you have a really good number 2 in Jordan Addison. I think Kevin O'Connell, and you look at the offensive system, it's not like Aaron Rodgers is foreign to that system. He did play in Green Bay for Matt LaFleur. All these systems are intertwined with one another. So it's not like it'll be foreign to him learning a new system. I'm just looking at, okay, who is going to be opposite of DK Metcalf? Who is going to be running the football effectively in Pittsburgh next season? The offensive line wasn't the greatest as well, too. So I think when you look at the two situations, the better one, in my opinion, is in Minnesota with the Vikings. Oh, yeah, by the way, they play in a dome.
ESPN analyst Jason McCourty and our Dominique Foxworth. Sports Center all night, ESPN Radio.
Sports Center all night.
Oh, my goodness. Check it out on Sports Center tonight.
Today's top sound.
How good is that? Are you ready to take?
Number 5.
College hoops and a matchup of ranked teams in the Big East. But in stores, UConn destroys number 15 St. John's. Mike Crispino, Learfield.
Now the Kai screen by Ball. Starts to his right, back to his left. Under 10. Ball, corner 3. Got it! Oh, the roof has come down! A timeout's been called. And UConn has almost doubled up St. John's. 61-31. The 13-game winning streak is in serious jeopardy.
Number 4.
In Nashville, Vanderbilt defends its home court. Getting past Georgia, Kevin Ingram, Learfield.
Vanderbilt with Miles and McLaughlin. Out on the left goes to Okereke between the circles. AK against Wilkinson. Into the lane. Fakes. Leans in. Takes a short one. That is good. And one. AK. That is A-OK. He'll get a free throw.
Number 3.
Big 12 action with Nebraska at home taking care of a struggling Maryland team. Huskers Radio Network.
Maryland comes the other way on the miss by Price Sanford. Washington's got it. And in the passing lane is Sam. He'll come in and he'll lay it up and down. Sam Hoiberg. Sam with another smoking. Sam Hoiberg gives Nebraska the 11-point lead. Another takeaway.
Number 2.
Welcome back, NHL. Capitals don't get a goal from Alex Ovechkin, but as it turns out, they didn't need him to score. Capitals Radio Network.
A drop pass to Declan Chisholm. Picks it up. Now leaves it for Protas. Now low to Chisholm. In front of Shelby. Score! The activation on the far side. And it's caught by Trevor Van Riemsdyk. Popped home against Ladar. TVR makes it 2-1 Washington.
Number 1.
NBA, a lot of focus on the matchup Wednesday between the Thunder and Pistons. But in Toronto, Spurs run their win streak to double digits. WOAI.
3 on the way, hits the side of the backboard. Wembanyama, the rebound, outlet to Castle. They push it ahead, and you can turn out the lights in the gym here tonight. Spurs are headed home with a W. They've won 10 in a row for the first time since January of 2016. And the Spurs, they beat the Toronto Raptors here tonight, 110-107 at Scotiabank Arena to make it 10 consecutive wins.
Spurs win streak moving them just 2 games behind the Thunder for the top seed in the West. It's the closest the Spurs have been to the top seed since November 11th when they were also 2 games back. They trailed the Thunder by 5.5 games at the start of the 10-game win streak. Oklahoma City last night playing shorthanded falls at Detroit. The Pistons now have the best win percentage in the NBA. That's going to do it for SportsCenter All Night. I'm Jay Reynolds. It's Thursday, February 26th, birthday of Marshall Faulk. Hall of Fame running back is 53. Unsportsmanlike is next. It's ESPN Radio.
Coming up on the Thursday edition of Unsportsmanlike with Chris Canty, Michelle Smallman, and me, Evan Cohen. We'll continue to react to all the sound coming out of the NFL Combine, as well as look ahead to the actual workouts on the field. It's Unsportsmanlike, 6 a.m. Eastern, right here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2, and ESPNU.
The LA Morning Drive double punch of great sports radio to start your day. Unsportsmanlike with Evan, Canty, and Michelle, 3 to 7 a.m.
The Lakers are in the no man's land category, and thus there is no point to this season.
Followed by LA's only local sports morning show, the all-new Sedano and Cap morning show at 7 a.m.
Well, we've only been in morning since September of last year.
It goes to show you how much better we are than everybody else.
Weekday mornings on ESPN LA.
How about that? So by next year, skyrocket to the top of the charts, baby.
You didn't start a business just to keep the lights on. You're here to sell more today than yesterday. You're here to win. Lucky for you, Shopify built the best converting checkout on the planet. Like the just one tapping, ridiculously fast acting, sky-high sales stacking, champion of checkouts. That's the good stuff right there. So if your business is in it to win it, win with Shopify. Start your free trial today at shopify.com/win.
The following is a paid advertisement for the Wellness Company.
Today we're talking cancer awareness, and I want to bring in someone with a really unique perspective, Dr. Kelly Victory. She's a board-certified trauma and emergency medicine physician with over 30 years of experience. She also serves on the chief medical board for the Wellness Company, and most importantly, she's a cancer survivor. Dr. Victory, thanks so much for being with us.
And thanks very much for having me, Michelle.
We've been hearing a lot lately about cancer rates rising, especially in younger adults, which is pretty alarming. So, Dr. Victory, what are you seeing?
Without question, Michelle, we are seeing cancer rates rise across the board, and this includes more aggressive cancers and cancers in groups of people in whom we hadn't seen them previously, meaning colon, prostate, breast, and lung cancers in people even as young as 20 years old, 20s, 30s, and 40s.
That's obviously scary for a lot of people out there. So how do you talk about this topic without creating fear?
Absolutely. It is absolutely not about being in fear, but being informed. And what I mean about that is we have learned so much about the root causes of cancer, where we used to think about it as solely a genetic issue and one of toxic exposures, and those things do play a role still, but we understand now the pivotal role that the metabolism plays, and most importantly, immune health, and that's where we can actually make a difference.
And as we mentioned off the top, you're a survivor, so this is personal for you.
It became very personal when I had my own cancer diagnosis and went through treatment. That's when I started to really research what are the things I can do proactively to double down on and supercharge my immune response, understanding that the immune system is the first line of defense against cancer. So we developed the product Shield, which is a group of more than 12 well-studied, very safe supplements, all of which are aimed at improving metabolic health and also supercharging the immune system to make sure it is functioning at peak capacity.
Dr. Kelly Victory, thank you so much for the insight and for sharing your story. To learn more, visit victoryagainstcancer.com and use the promo code SMALLS to save $25 on Shield.
Always consult your doctor to determine if this product is right for you.
The home of Rams football, and now the home of The Rich Eisen Show. Weekdays 9 a.m. to noon, KSPN Los Angeles, a Good Karma Brands radio station.
Unsportsmanlike with Evan, Canty, and Michelle.
Unsportsmanlike.
Evan Cohen famously, in the beginning of our show, like 3 years ago, said Outkast was overrated.
Our first time doing anything together, he said that Kendrick Lamar was the Eli Manning of music.
Hold on a second. No.
Wait, is that a diss, or is he big up?
No. Harry comes in for this. This is not fair. Harry Douglas just
said Outkast was overrated.
Oh, no, Harry.
I cannot believe you disrespect Outkast ever in your life again, Evan Cohen.
1, 2, 3. My baby don't mess around because she loves. Okay, welcome to the show. We are on Sportsmanlike here on ESPN Radio, ESPN2. We are presented by Progressive Insurance. Drivers who switch to Progressive could save big. Quote today at Progressive. SportsmanLikeWithEvanCanty.com, along with Michelle Smallman. David Dennis Jr. in for Chris Canty today. Evan Cohen with you as, that was wonderful. I'm glad we got to start with that, just destroying me. We didn't even wait. I think yesterday, 3 minutes into the show, Smalls started destroying me. Today was 3 seconds into the show. Good morning, everybody.
3 seconds. I haven't even said a word.
Well, the words that were played from yesterday and days prior.
Didn't say anything. Also, there was a description of Smalls' outfit that you guys kind of left me a little disappointed. You were talking about.
Oh, hang on.
Hold on. She's in her jury duty outfit today.
Okay, there we go. That makes a difference.
I'm here to see the evidence. I'm here to be fair and impartial. Your Honor, can I get some clarification on the timeline of events? Innocent. Guilty. Can I approach the bench? I've been practicing. I'm ready
Can
to
you
be a
approach
juror.
the bench? Why would you approach the bench as a juror?
Yeah, I don't think they do that.
Do you understand what a juror is?
No,
That's a
I've never done this
lawyer, is
before.
what you're
I've
saying.
never done
Michelle
this
thinks
before.
she's a prosecutor in this case.
Yeah.
I'm ready.
No,
I'm ready.
you're clearly
I'm ready
not.
to serve.
I think, I feel like you would be recused if you showed up like that and asked him to approach the bench.
Okay, so then I'm going to ask you to approach the bench.
Do you understand what a
that's
juror
the game
is?
plan. Yes, I sit there, I listen to the case and the evidence presented. We go in a room and we decide someone's innocence or guilt.
Right. Where would approaching the bench and talking to the judge
What if
fall
I
into
want a
this?
sidebar with the judge?
Why would you get one?
You don't know unless you ask.
What?
This is another one of those
What is she
delusional
talking about?
confidence
Even if
things.
you're a juror, that's I guess what we're doing.